been picked at any point in time that could have saved the life of Majwa. Now, I asked this question having at the back of my mind that after the shooting incident, this supposed police officer, whether his name is Ahmed Chumisi or Mr. Darko, as was mentioned in the telephone conversation, could anything have been picked that could have informed Majwa that, listen, your life was at stake? And under such circumstances, even if you have issues with your boyfriend or any other person, and the person calls you to come meet with him or her, should you go alone? What should we be doing in terms of security that will protect our lives?
Look, crimes such as this, and I've said this somewhere, I think I spoke to your sister station, Joy FM, some time ago, and when there were issues of spousal murders in the country, I think 2021 thereabout, and I said that crimes that involved, spousal attacks, or maybe crime of passion as we have it, in this scenario, are not events. They are actually a process. What it means is that it starts from somewhere. So always there are certain indicators, that is supposed to tell you that, look, this person, based on the way he's going, can degenerate into a situation where this person can harm me or even kill me. So always when you are in a relationship that is so toxic, if you are dealing with someone that has this kind of tendencies, there's always a traffic light. There's this kind of signal that is supposed to show you. And so you, the other partner in the relationship, is supposed to be alive to some of this. Because you see, the reason why it is not an event is that it starts gradually. Most of the time, it starts with normal anger. It will now proceed to threats, and our normal threats. It goes into normal physical assault, and then it comes into something we call obsessive compulsive behavior. Before, generally, it goes into something like stalking, and then finally the person begins to attack, okay, or even murder you. So always there's that trend, there's that path, there's that pattern of events. And so once you are in a relationship and you begin to pick these signals, please, if I were you, you will need to begin to ask yourself, look, what am I doing here? I need to make sure I get myself out. Look, once you have a person who has this kind of behavior, this obsessive compulsive behavior, what you have to do is that when, for instance, the person calls you at night, you have to ask yourself, why is it that the person will have to stand somewhere at night and call you when the person can actually come into your house? You have to raise these kind of scenarios, these kind of questions, and then you have to then know how to react when these kind of situations present itself. You are not supposed to go and see the person in the dark. You are not supposed to go alone. You have to make sure that you go with probably someone that can actually protect you. And now, Dave, there is something that we have to look at in all these scenarios, which I think maybe the conversation will also have to look at that. In all these, we were told that there was a friend that actually called the lady to come and meet the police officer. What are we also asking that person? Was it something that was, arranged between that person and the police officer? These are questions that I think that in the investigation we must look at.
But that is why I asked